Hey everybody, it's me, it's Undead Viking. I am here with a video review for you of a cool little, I'm not going to say it's a kid's game, but my daughter really did love it. And it's a cool little dice game that I'm doing a review of. It's called Flippin' Fruit. And like a lot of dice games lately, it comes in its own little canister, if you will, that contains the dice on the inside, which is pretty cool. And this is a game that actually is just hit Kickstarter like a day or two ago, but they sent me this really top-end prototype, I guess, that like pretty much looks like it could be right on a shelf of a board game store or anywhere for that matter. So there's been a lot of kind of push your luck dice games that have come out in the last few years. Obviously, Zombie Dice is the one that a lot of people know about, because I'm going to put that down because it's making a lot of noise. Zombie Dice is obviously the one that a lot of people know about. My daughter and I enjoy the Dino Dice version of that one just because it's more like she's a big fan of dinosaurs, and my son, who's 2, is just kind of catching on. But regardless, anyway, and then there's like Martian Dice, and I really recently did a review a little while ago of a game called Ninja Dice and things like that. And I really enjoy games like this, mostly because they're turn your mind off games. I mean, I love deep, big games, obviously, but I really enjoy kind of turn your mind off games where you can kind of just not really worry about the game. You don't really care if you win or lose. It's competitive and what have you. But you're kind of just playing it to have fun with your friends or fun with your family. And if I can ever find a game that my daughter, my wife, and I can just sit down and play and have a good time, it's a game that I'm going to like. And this is definitely one of the games. The dice in this game are cute as heck. They're like, you'll see them in just a little bit, obviously. But they're 12-sided dice, which is cool. I like 12-sided dice. And instead of numbers and what have you, there's these cute little fruits on the sides. And so what the game is about is about rolling the dice, collecting cards that are worth points, and then just playing 8 rounds of this really quick, fun game, and then whoever's got the most points at the end of the game wins. And it's a lot more than that. I'm going to show you that. There's some card play that goes on while you play the game. And also, like, some ability to kind of affect the other people as you're playing the game, which is always nice. I do like gamer interaction, so this game has that. And you're going to see all that when I show you how to play here, and just like, well, right now, for example. So I'm going to show you how to play Flippin' Fruit, which almost sounds like you're swearing, Flippin' Fruit? No, so I'm going to show you how to play that, and I really do. I'm going to show you this, and you'll see this, but see, there's the rotten tomatoes, because, like, a tomato isn't a vegetable, it's a fruit, right? It's a fruit. But everybody always thinks it's a vegetable, just because, I don't know, people just don't, they think vegetable, they think fruit, they think juicy and flavorful. You think apple, you think banana, you think peaches, pears, oranges, things like that, citrusy type things. And people don't think of tomatoes. So anyway, there's the rotten tomatoes, which are like the bad things that you can roll. And but the first thing my daughter said was, she said, "Why does the tomato look grumpy and look like a pirate?" And so that was what was there. So which he does kind of look like, well, he does look grumpy for sure, but he definitely does look like a pirate in a way too. But there you go. So, all right, cool. Well, I'm going to show you how to play Flippin' Fruit, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you why exactly I dig the game, and why my family digs the game, and then hopefully maybe this is something you want to back so you can get your own cool little canister of fruit. So, all right, cool. Let's do this. This is the extent of the setup for Flippin' Fruit. Pretty simply, you have these fruit salad cards up here, you have your smoothie cards here, and then you turn over 3 smoothie cards. That these are the cards that people can shoot for to earn, basically making the smoothie and earning the points. And then there are these fruit basket cards that you can draw that have different effects that basically break the rules in some way, just like lots of other games where the cards just kind of do something that the rules normally wouldn't allow you to do. The game is pretty simple. You have these 5 12-sided dice. I'm just going to give you a closer look at those. You can actually see them. You can see that the dice. Oops, just dropped one. The dice themselves, like, they have the cool little fruits and stuff on them. You can see there's the rotten tomato over there, which are bad. You don't want them. You know, bananas and raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, oranges, you know, apples, all kinds of, you know, your standard fruits that you're expecting. And you can see corresponding on the cards, there's those fruits. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be rolling these dice. Well, technically you get 3 actions. For your 3 actions, you can roll up to, you can return up to 5 dice to the cup. And I'm not going to be using, but you can use the cup, obviously, to roll the dice. You return up to 5 dice to the cup, and that aren't rotten tomatoes. Rotten tomatoes aren't able to be rolled. And you can roll the dice, those dice, and then you can see if you can match up with the cards. If you don't want to return all 5 dice, you don't have to. You can keep some of them that are out there and whatever. But anyway, so you have these 5 dice. If you want to, if you have more than 1 rotten tomato, or if you have 1 or more rotten tomato dice, you can just return those to the cup and roll them. That's your second option for an action. And your third action is you're able to take a fruit basket card. And now you can do any of those 3 actions as many times as you want. On your turn, if you just want to draw 3 fruit basket cards, you can. I don't know why you want to, but you could do that. That's your option. Just so you know, there is a limit to having 3 fruit basket cards in your hand at any time. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to earn these cards, and then you try to hold on to those cards until the end of 8 rounds. As you can see, there's this little track that goes around here. And then at the end of the 8 rounds, then whoever's got the most points obviously wins the game. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to roll the dice, and we're going to see if I can get lucky here and get some cool stuff here. So I'm just going to roll the dice. Oop, here we go. So my first roll, and this might be tough to see, and I do apologize, but if you're not watching this in HD and or widescreen, then, you know, I guess I can understand why you wouldn't see it. But you can see I got an orange, a banana, an apple, and a strawberry. So if I look at the smoothies that I have available, like, I could take this banana, and I could take this apple, and I could hope with these 3 remaining dice I can roll a blueberry, and I'd be able to take that particular smoothie. Now, certain sides of the dice are actually tougher to get. There's only the berries are tougher to get, as opposed to bananas, apples, lemons, and oranges. There's only 1 each of the berries, the 3 berries, raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries, and there's only 1 rotten tomato on the 12-sided dice. So you kind of have to, it's like a risk-reward. But if you can see, I mean, I could take these 2, but I still need, you know, to get a blueberry, which, you know, might be tough to get on 3 dice, you know, 1 and 12. Now, alternatively, if I kept my 2 apples, right now I'm getting this pair, these fruit salad cards. Now, the important thing about fruit salad cards is that you can earn them, and you get to put them in front of you. But if anybody ever earns the same thing, like if I took that for 2 of a kind for 2 apples, it'd be worth 2 points. But anybody else could just get 2 of anything of these, and then they could then just take the card from me, and I'd lose it. I also should mention that on the backs of these, you can see it's 2 times like a berry. So if I got like 2 strawberries, this would be worth, you know, 3. So you'd have, like, you know, it would actually be tougher to get because it's the berries. And that's the same for this 3 of a kind, normal fruit, berry, it's worth 4, and then this is worth 5 on the other side for 4 of a kind, if you get that. And finally, you know, 5 of a kind or Yahtzee or whatever, it's worth more. These down here, this is any 2 pairs, and that's the same either way. It doesn't matter. It's any 2 pairs you want. And the same thing goes for the full house. 2 of one and 3 of another. And that's just worth 5 like that. But if you can pull this off with berries, it's actually worth more. But anyway, so I've got a banana, I've got an apple. I'm going to set those aside. I'll just put them right here so I know I got them. And I'm going to try to get a berry here. A blueberry. And, well, actually, this is kind of interesting now. I got 2 apples to go with my 3rd apple. And I have a banana and a lemon left. Well, so let's just change strategies here. And I'm going to keep my 3 apples. I'm going to see if I can't get lucky. Maybe get a pear here, get the full house, maybe get another apple. Hey, look at that, I did. I got another apple. So I got 4 apples and a raspberry. 4 apples don't matter. So since I got 4 of a kind, I'll go ahead and I'll take this card right here. And it's 4, and I'll keep that and I'll put that in front of me. And then if I can somehow hold on to that for the rest of the game, it'll be worth 4 points. I probably won't, but who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. So, because I finished off and I took a card, I take these 4 and I leave that one out there, and then I put these back in the cup. And I'm not actually putting them in the cup. And so now I pass it to the other player. If any dice you don't use stay out here, with the exception of Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes would still go back in. And then the next person will take a turn. And they'll roll and try to earn. Now, if you ever earn a smoothie card, you take it, and obviously then you replace it with one from the deck. And so you'll cycle through these as people earn those cards. The other thing I should show you before I get too far ahead of myself, the fruit basket cards have different types of cards in them. The common ones, let me see here, are just these. They have a big fruit. And what these are is it allows you, this is where the Flippin fruit comes in. After you've done your 3 actions, you have the option of, like, if you have one of these cards with these, you can play this down, and you can take one of the dice that you rolled and you can turn it to what is on this card. So, like, you could take one and turn it into a strawberry. So, say, like, after I got done, I kept that raspberry and I got 2 blueberries and I had an orange and a lemon. I could play that Flippin' Fruit, that strawberry. I could take that orange and I could turn it into a strawberry, like so, and then I would earn this awesome smoothie card with worth 8 points. And I could go ahead and I could put that in my collection. Some of the cards have, like the Flippin' Fruit, like you have more options. Like you can pick one of many different options as far as the fruits are going, which you're going to flip to. Some of the cards are like, they have these words juicy on this, and you play this card in your score phase to flip any fruit dice to any fruit of your choice. So like obviously really powerful card. Even better are some of the rotten cards with the Rotten Tomatoes. And like you can see here, this one says fruit squash, and I apologize, play this card to stop an opponent taking a fruit salad card from you. So that's a perfect example. Like I had earned this, right? Somebody else gets 4 of a kind, I'll take that. I don't think so. I'm going to play my fruit squash card, and you're going to keep that. And so those are the 3 types of different cards that are in the fruit basket, which is what those deck cards. You have the rotten cards, the juicy cards, and the Flippin' Fruit cards. And it's always wise, like, a lot of times when you're playing it, what'll happen is that you'll have what you want to earn your card that's out there. But you just have an extra action, so why not take a fruit basket card? Because it can only help you if you have that. So the only other thing that needs to be mentioned is that if you'll notice here on the turn card, here there's a 3 and a 6. You can see the different colors. When you get to turn 3 or turn 6, at that point, the Rotten Tomatoes that are on the dice. Let me take a second. I never find one. Here you go. The Rotten Tomatoes. If you get a Rotten Tomato when you roll, the Rotten Tomato then is a wild. It can be any of the other fruit that you want. So if you happen to roll one of those, like, you can just then take that, and then after you keep it, obviously, because why wouldn't you? It's wild, and then you can use it for whatever you want. And so that's both in the 3rd or the 6th. You go to the 8th turn, everybody finishes up, and then after you're done, everybody takes a look at all their cards that they have. They total up the points, and whoever's got the most points wins the game of Flippin' Fruit. You can probably teach this game to somebody as they play. It is really, really simple, but like I said, it's really, really fun. And And my daughter and my really gets into this game. She likes the way it looks, and she just really likes it. And I think that's kind of what the game is geared towards. I think it's geared towards more of a family atmosphere, and I think it really suits. Just people that aren't going to take the game super seriously. But I can talk about more about that when I get to the conclusion, which I will do right now. So the cool thing about, well, I shouldn't say cool thing, but the thing about playing this game with my family is, and this is weird, and like certain families will get like certain habits, if you will. There'll be certain buzzwords or keywords or whatever that like get said around the house a lot, and you just kind of learn. And I remember when like my daughter was younger, she couldn't say the word suit. So when you say suit yourself, she would say soup yourself, which we think was funny, obviously. But what I'm getting at is that my daughter loved some show, and I can't. It was like the Fresh Beat Band or something like that. And it was just one of these shows that had these annoying songs, and obviously it's not geared towards me, it's geared towards kids, and kids loved it. And my daughter was watching it. It happened to be on Netflix or Hulu or something. And so she had found it, and she was just watching an episode. And I was actually like editing videos, and I had my headphones on, and I was like editing videos and splicing things together and rendering stuff to upload. And there was this song that just kept playing over and over again. It's like something, let's go bananas, let's go bananas, and they just kept on repeating it over and over again. And my daughter kept singing it and singing it and singing it. It was like an earworm, driving in my head. And I finally just said, the next time you say bananas, I am going to tickle you until you scream, just kind of ha ha ha. And sure enough, like 5 minutes later, she's like, let's go bananas. And so, okay, I raced over and I gave her a big tickle, right? Ha ha ha. She and I had fun. And then she made the mistake like one more time, but then I got her to stop saying that song, right? So ever since then, I think she was like maybe just turned 3. Ever since then, we can't say the word bananas in the house. Otherwise, you get tickled. Doesn't matter who it is. You can't say bananas. So they're just called B words now. And it's like, it's merciless, actually. If you just happen to say it by accident, because it almost never happens, the entire rest of the family jumps on top of you and just tickles you until you're like, tears are coming out of your eyes. So when we play this game, it's like, okay, I need a pear, I need an orange, and I need a B word. And then, so it's one of those funny little things. And I'm really glad that my daughter's sleeping in her room, actually, at this point. And so she can't hear me say, bananas, bananas, bananas. But anyway, thank you for sitting through that, what might be a very boring story for you. But anyway, so what do I dig about the game? Well, as I said in the intro, I really like these kind of quick, fast dice games. I like the fact that they're very easy to learn, very easy to teach. They're things that my wife is a gamer, but she doesn't like. She wants me to explain the rules to her game and like, how do I play this? Tell me how to play this in like 5-10 minutes. Go. And she doesn't want to play like, I can get her to play some in-depth games, but if I can get her to play something, it's usually something like this. And this is a game that we actually break out, and we've played a lot after my son goes to sleep. My son goes to sleep about an hour and a half before my daughter goes to sleep. And so this is something where it's like my son goes to sleep, and then my daughter will take a shower and brush her teeth, and she'll get ready for bed, get her pajamas, then she'll go downstairs, and we'll play a game of Flippin' Fruit, before she goes to bed. It still sounds dirty. I'm gonna play a game of Flippin' Fruit. No. So the thing is that it actually, in my opinion, it actually teaches her quite a bit of things. She actually started to figure out, like when she should give up on certain things she might be shooting for. She's starting to figure out when, like, they get through the end, like the last few rounds, like she'll look at the scores of everybody else compared to her, and she'll figure out, I really need to get like 3 of a kind to take that card from you or something like that. Or she'll say, I really need to like, go crazy and try to get the full house card or whatever, things like that. And I love that I can see the tumblers moving in my daughter's head as she's playing the game and she's figuring these things out. And more often than not, she just beat me earlier this evening. We played Flippin' Fruit before she went to bed, and she flat out beat me. The score at the end of the game was 21-19, and and if you have kids and you game, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'll never cheat, so my kids can win." Yeah, you do. Or if you play Candyland, you put the purple card at the end, so you can have somebody actually finish off the game. Stuff like that. And the thing is that you kind of like it's okay for them to lose, and you teach them how to lose, but it's every once in a while it's just fun to see them win, and so you will take suboptimal moves and what have you, and then you'll get them that victory. But it's oh so satisfying when when your child flat out just beats you at a game just because they played it really well. Maybe they got lucky, maybe they made good choices or whatever. And this is a game that my daughter can just flat out beat me at, and I love that about the game. I mean, if you want to talk like strict mechanics of the game or like why it's a good game, I mean, there's a lot of good reasons. I mean, the art is whimsical and cute and funny, and I really like it. The fruit basket cards that you get to draw. I mean, there's all kinds of like fun little take that things you can do. These little cards that tell you, like this one, play this card to ignore the actions of a rotten card played against you. So if somebody tries to hurt you, I love the fact that I love that card that he's getting ready to mix up the rotten tomato is getting ready to mix up those poor fruits in the blender or whatever. Things like that. It's just like I like the art. I like the attitude of the art. I like the attitude of the game. I mean, it's like the idea that they just kind of went with these cartoon fruits or whatever. It just appealed to me, and like I said, it appealed to my family. If you're a serious hardcore gamer, is this going to be something that you want to play? Well, probably not, but I definitely have played it with my gaming group as we were just waiting to play something else, and nobody seemed to mind. It was mindless, and we were just waiting for the last person to show up so we could play a bigger game. I think we were playing Caverna that night, and so it is actually like kind of a challenging game for adults too, because of the fact that I love the fact that these cards, the fruit salads, when you take them, they can be taken from you, and you want to take them from people, honestly, because not only does it add to your score, but it minuses from theirs. It's the double whammy. It's things like that, and so is it the most complex game you'll ever play? Heck no, it isn't. But is it fun? Heck yeah, it is. And like I said, if I can play a game that can get my entire family to the table, and then my daughter will actually say, Dad, can we play a game? Can we play this game? Can we play this game? I mean, that's music to my ears, because obviously this is my passion. This is my hobby. And when people in my family want to take part in that passion and take part in that hobby, that really makes me feel good. So there you go. So this game was designed by Andrew and Stephanie Platt. They think this is their only game, honestly. But Flippin' Fruit, you can go. You'll have the Kickstarter link below in the comments or what have you, and you can definitely go check it out and see if it's something you want to put your hard-earned money down. And then, like I said, you could have a cool little canister of Flippin' Fruit coming your way really, really soon. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. And if you have any questions or comments about the game itself or the Kickstarter program or whatever like that, I'm sure Andrew or Stephanie would be more than happy to answer them if you left the comments below. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to subscribe to me, you can do so at my YouTube channel, of which you're probably watching this at, obviously. Go ahead and subscribe to me there. You can subscribe to me at Google+. You can go to Board Game Geek and just subscribe to Undead Viking, and you can check out these videos as they come out. So, once again, thank you very much, and you have an awesome day. Bye-bye.